Hello and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, I am Disco Katie the Graphic Crafter. Today, we're going to work on Craft Kitsune. Today's kit includes a UV clay. UV clay. I have never had the chance to play with UV clay, so I'm really excited about how this is going to work. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's clay, theoretically, that you harden with a UV light. I'm excited. It comes with clay, it comes with pigment powders, it comes with a whole bunch of stuff. I'm excited. Let's just get right into it. Okay, let's see what we get inside. This is exciting. The UV clay in clear, and it is super, super clear. Some gold embellishments that I won't use because I never use them. A two-tone pigment powder, another two-tone pigment powder, or multi-chrome pigment powder, I should say. The silicone tools. Whew. Oh, this was so messy. Oh, the dark green had exploded everywhere. Oh, it was all over everything. Everything. Look at it. Oh, it's so gross. But these colors, oh, these colors are so pretty. All right, just look at how pretty these are. Look at them. Look at them. Super cute. I really like them. All right, here's the card that comes with it. The instructions, special notes. Didn't really look at it, probably should have. I like to go into it kinesthetically and just learn on my own, but I really need to read the instructions first. Because then maybe I would have mitigated some of my hardship. Big bubble, popped real nice. Now, I should have known going into this that it could be sticky. I don't know why I should have known that. I don't know why I'm saying that, because it was sticky. Sticky. And the more I needed it, the stickier it was. Every time it created a sticky spot on the glove, that spot would not go away. It was so gross. So nasty. I do like the stuff though. I mean, I like how it turns out. It's just put some Vaseline on your gloves, damn it. Just a little bit. A super fine layer will keep you from doing this. And if you make the layer fine enough, you won't end up, oh, just look at it. Oh. Vaseline theoretically will also soften the clay, although why you would want to, I don't know. Anyways, I watched some videos. Sorry, I watched one video, the only video that I could find right off the bat. I wasn't going to spend hours looking for it. And she didn't seem to have any problems with it, although to be fair, it was a different brand. So what I'm doing here is I'm going to add some of the multi-chrome powder. Why? I'm not sure, because I know better than that. Multi-chrome powders don't work well when mixed into something like that. But it gives a nice, pretty, you know, slight color. It's just a slight color. Just a shimmer of glitter. All right, let's just motor right through all of these. Oh, I don't understand why these little boxes didn't have any seals on them. Oh. Ugh. So gross. But pretty. Very pretty. Alright, this one gets really gross. Shows why you really should wear the gloves. Just wear the gloves, or put Vaseline on your everything. Just remember, a really fine layer. You don't need a lot. Just a slight barrier. Ugh, God, so gross. So sticky. So ew. Ew, so gross. Uh-oh. That was the worst. That was just the worst thing. Soap and water and then alcohol, and I finally got it off my hands. It was so disgusting. The silicone tools. I have like I don't even know how many sets in that size now. So many silicone tools. Alright, I'm gonna make some ropes of clay. And then I'm gonna chop off a little tiny bit. I don't even know why I made the ropes of clay, because I'm gonna make some mini ropes of clay. I mean, once you figure it out, it's not bad to work with. It really, really isn't. It's just, if you get a sticky spot, you're basically screwed. Just, you'll have to start over, get a new pair of gloves, wash your hands, do whatever to get rid of that sticky spot. This stuff was super sticky. It really wanted to adhere to itself. So at least I didn't have to worry about it bonding to itself. You know, I'm going to make a flower. It's going to have a couple different pieces, and I just place them up against each other, and they just stick. Just stick. It was nice. It will be nice. It's not nice yet, because I haven't done it yet. Well, I have, but not in the video. You know what I mean. Shut up. Having a weird today because this video just gave me such poplexia. Ugh, just working with it. And then there were some issues later. We'll get into that later though. Making some teeny tiny petals. Probably should have made them bigger considering how big the stem is, but you know what? I'm not good with clays. We know this. Pretty little leaf. It's my favorite thing about this whole flower. Kind of looks like a palm tree if I hadn't put the flower or the leaves on it. Oh well. That's okay. It is what it is. It's pretty enough. Now I'm just going to make a couple of, if I can get it to stop sticking to me, I'm going to make just a couple of big leaves just to use it up, because at this point I'm getting relatively frustrated with it. I know I haven't been working with it very long, but I'm still getting pretty frustrated with it already. I do love how it doesn't stick to the silicone like at all. The silicone is great. And here I'm going to try to test it out in a mold, considering it doesn't stick to the silicone tools or to the silicone mat. It won't stick to the silicone mold either. How do I know? Because I can't get the damn thing to stay in there. And now I've got sticky fingers again. Okay, all right, I'm going to drop it. Just get a new piece. Get a new piece, get a different piece. There was still one big piece left over. We'll use that. Get off of my hands. Okay. But yeah, it works in the mold. I was quite happy with that. And what I'll end up doing later in the video that I lose, yes, I lose more footage. We'll talk about that later. See, that was less than 1/4 of an inch, and it cured for like 4 minutes. So or 2 minutes. It had cured for 2 minutes. So I don't understand what all the instructions are saying about it cures in a minute if it's 1/4 of an inch or less. That piece was 1/4 of an inch. It cured for 2 minutes. It wasn't set. Oh, so it's sticky. It comes out sticky. And I knew this was going to happen because the video that I watched said that it was going to come out sticky and you have to put a top coat on it. So I thought maybe it comes out sticky in that way that UV resin comes out sticky. So I tried the water trick. It didn't work. So I end up having to put a UV top coat on it. I use the UV varnish from Sophie and Toffee, but it's old and it ended up being mildly tacky anyways. So I don't know why I decided to use that. I knew it was old. I knew it was going to do that. On the back side, what did I use? No, I used the same thing on the back side. On the pieces that I lose the footage for, I use Emily's No Wipe top coat. It's a UV gel top coat for nails, but it works really, really well for stuff like this. But like I said, missing footage, because that's how my life rolls this year, recently anyways. I had that one video where I just lost all of the footage because it just didn't work properly, so I had to do the whole project over again. That was Sophie and Toffee too. Not Sophie and Toffee. What am I talking about? That was a Craft Kitsune too, wasn't it? The beads. Yeah. Maybe it's just Craft Kitsune. Maybe I need to... No, that would just be silly. But here they are. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. And they're vaguely flexible, just a little bit. Like plastic. I was happy with the mold. And the flower. Ugly little flower. But it's cute. I mean, the powders are nice. So in the missing clip, I put fairly large balls of colored clay into that same mold that makes the little tokens, and I use the silicone mat to push them into the cavities because I couldn't use my gloves and I couldn't use my fingers because it just stuck and stuck and stuck and stuck and kept getting sticky. So I used the silicone mat to push it into the mold cavities, and then I cured it, and it worked really well. And I will show those to you in my outro, the second outro. So, yeah. So it works in molds, as long as they're small. You gotta keep it small, because it really shouldn't be more than a ½ an inch thick, or 1/4 of an inch thick. I think it shouldn't be more than 1/4 of an inch thick. So, yeah, it was fun. I liked it. It worked when it wasn't sticky, but, yeah. Let's get into the outro and my super angst. Well, here we are, and I recorded the outro once, and then lost the file. Sometimes I think I just need to just give up my social media completely, because this is just driving me crazy. My last camera, I couldn't get the damn cards out or in. The little spring that pushes it out broke, so you have to pry them out, and then you couldn't fit them in proper anymore. I haven't heard back from Best Buy yet. I hope to hear from them soon. This camera is my backup camera, and it works pretty well. I mean, I'm using it, right? And I recorded that whole video, and I put it in my laptop, my HP laptop. It's real old, and I know that I've seen it copying more than one file at a time before, so it was mostly done. It had fully copied over like 6 files, 7 files. It had 2 videos and a picture to load, unload, upload, I don't know. And I was like, let's do the picture at the same time the last 2 video files are offloading. It got confused, and now all 3 of those files have just evaporated into the ether. So, anyways, let's get back to the kit and do this outro a second time. So, I went on a big rant because the instructions on the card say to use gloves. The instructions on the actual clay don't say to use gloves, but I mean, I tried anyways, obviously. It actually says to use petroleum jelly, whether you're using gloves or not. So put a fine layer petroleum jelly on your fingers, regardless of gloves or not, and it'll keep the clay from sticking to you. If you use too much, it'll make it softer. Theoretically, I tried it. I lost the piece underneath my desk. It just hasn't been a very good day, I guess. And yeah, so I don't know if the piece is actually softer. I may find it on the bottom of my sock someday. I don't know. I don't know. But so here's what I made. I made a little flower. And I made a couple of leaves. I thought these were really cute. You know, these were the ones with the powder mixed straight in. And then I did a couple with the powder, what's the word? The powder dusted into a mold. And this stuff, look at that. As long as you can get it to keep from sticking to your fingers, it actually works really quite well. Quite well. I just had a really hard time with how sticky it was. It just kept sticking to everything. And once you get a sticky spot, then you couldn't get rid of the sticky spot. It was a little obnoxious. There's definitely a learning curve. There are basically no videos on the internet about this. When I was all like, that's it, I can't deal with the stickiness, I went online and I searched and I found one video for UV clay. Everything was for UV resin, go figure. Because that's what the algorithm's looking for. It wants popular things. UV clay is not popular yet. But it was a good kit. My cards, my camera cards hate me. My computer hates me. And to be fair, this thing is older than poop. I don't know how old it is. It's very old. I'm surprised it runs at all, honestly. But yeah, the kit was good. Remember to use a little Vaseline or petroleum jelly on your hands to make sure they're nice and slippery and that the goo doesn't stick to the goo. But yeah, powders worked. I watched one woman play with a different brand, and she put in pigment powders and alcohol inks, and I wanted to try alcohol inks, but I'm lazy and I didn't want to go get them. And I have some of the more Morandi pigments, but I still don't know if they're technically alcohol or not, because they're very thick for an alcohol ink. But anyways, yes, I like the kit very much. It was a lot of fun, and it was a little frustrating, but it worked in the end. It did. And I really liked how it worked in molds, and how easy it was to mold. Keep in mind though, I don't care what it says. It says clay. It says clay. It says clay. I say it's a putty. This isn't clay. Clays don't level like this. Do you see that? It's been sitting for like 20 minutes and it has completely self-leveled. If I were to put this on the table, I would imagine that it would make a big, really thin layer as it just levels out. That's not clay. That's putty. But that's just me. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyways, so that's it for now. As frustrating as the ending was, so there's obviously some missing footage, but yeah. It was good. It was a good kit. I liked the kit. The kit worked well. But I really like the color of powders too. Very much. So that's it for this week. Thanks so much for visiting, and I'll see you next week. Stay safe.